Hi, I'm Eric, and this is Beginning Ukulele Lesson 1. I'm going to start out with just some basics, learning a few chords and the names of the strings. This is a concert uke. There are actually 3 sizes of ukulele. There's soprano, concert, and baritone. I like the concert because the frets are just a little bit spaced apart, just a little more. My fingers can handle it a little better, and it's got a nice big sound. The soprano size is the smallest. It's this size. You can see there's a little difference there. And I don't have a baritone ukulele, although I did learn to play on a baritone ukulele before I started on guitar, and that was kind of a nice way to start as a kid. Ukulele is a great instrument for little kids to get started on. Okay, so first we'll go over just kind of the basics. Obviously the body, the neck, the fingerboard, fretboard. The tuning pegs are up here. There's 4 strings. We have G, and then going down the line we have C, E, and A. A friend of mine used to say, "My dog has fleas," as a way to remember the sound of the strings. Of course, you would need, unless you have perfect pitch, which some people do, you would need a piano or a pitch pipe or something like that. So if you have a piano and you know how to find G, you can start there. It's the G just above middle C on the piano. Then it goes down to middle C. Then it goes back up to E, a third up, and then A is the highest note. To start out with, I think it's a really good idea to learn your finger numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 3 fingers are pretty much all we're going to use at the very beginning. These 3 fingers, your index fingers 1, 2, and 3, and placing them on the fretboard like this so that your first finger presses the first fret, second finger, second fret. This is called first position, and we're going to be using this for quite a while, the first several lessons. So this is definitely a good place to start. And even just to kind of get started, you could just kind of start plucking those notes. So what I'm doing here is on the A string, which is the string closest to the floor, I'm pressing the first fret with my first finger, second fret, and third fret with fingers 1, 2, and 3. And I'm just using my thumb to just pluck gently. You can use a pick. I like to start out without a pick at the beginning, just for strumming chords and just getting some notes going, because there is the pick technique that you can get into, and I figure you can save that for a little bit down the road once you get some basic technique started. So, and then you can do the same exercise on the other strings as well. So I'm just playing those 3 notes going up and down, and don't even worry about what those notes are right now. Just get your fingers moving. I think the important thing at the beginning is just to get a feel for the instrument, see what it feels like to hold it, what it's like to press those down. It'll take a little time if you've never done it before just to get a good sound out of one note. The best sound is to have your finger right behind the fret. So it's not on the fret, but it's just right behind it, as if you're sitting next to that fret on the bus or the subway or the truck or wherever you are. Okay. All right. So just, and then maybe coming backwards. Just going up and down like that. And again, the idea is you're reinforcing first finger, first fret, second finger, second fret, third finger, third fret. And that's really important to get used to doing that. You don't want to get in the habit of moving your first finger up here. There is second and third position, but this is first position, and this is really where you want to be at the beginning for a while. Okay, so the first chord we're going to learn is C. And that is going to be your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. So again, not first, not second, but you might want to make sure you're using your 3rd finger for the 3rd fret. And if we play just that single note, so I'm just on that bottom string, that A string, the string closest to the floor, 3rd fret, that note is a C. So if you play just that single note, you get a nice C, and it's good to hear that. C, you can even sing it. And I do believe in learning notes. I think chords are great, but you're limiting yourself if you can learn single notes. I think it's really helpful. It improves technique and it improves your understanding of how chords are structured and why music is set up the way it is. Okay, so there's our C note. Now we're going to strum a whole chord. When I strum without a pick, I use the back of my middle finger, the fingernail, and I just go straight down like that. Can't really see very well. Let me stand up a little bit. So it's really in the wrist. It's a wrist motion. Obviously the ukulele is a smaller instrument compared to guitar. When you're strumming a guitar, it's a little bit more of a forearm motion. But with a ukulele, it's really just the wrist. Okay, so there's a C chord. Just pressing that one note, that's all you need to do. And that's an easy one. All right. So when you feel comfortable, and just strum, just kind of keep a beat while you're strumming. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Okay, and you can count in 4s. A lot of music is in 4s. So if you've taken any other instruments, you know that 4/4 time is the most common time signature. That just means you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and it has to do with how music is written. A quarter note gets 1 beat, and there's 4 beats to a measure, and we're going to look at some of that stuff in a little bit. But for now, just count in 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you get comfortable with that, then try 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this part of it, once you get a good sound, this part is really more about the rhythm, and it becomes a little bit more of a rhythm, almost like a percussion exercise, because you're really just trying to keep a nice steady beat, and that's really important, because later when you do different strumming patterns, you want to make sure you've got that steady beat established. All right, another fun chord that I'm just thinking of, I might as well show you, is a C7. And that's really easy because that's just your first finger on the 1st fret. Now remember, I'm using 3rd on 3rd fret, 1st on 1st fret. You have to be really strict about that. C7 is a nice sounding chord, and you can use it early on. This is a B flat, this note. It's a whole step down from C. And that B flat is what gives it the 7 sound. It's called a dominant 7 chord, but that's not really important. Okay. So the other one we're going to learn is an F chord. Now F has 2 fingers on it, so I'm going to go slow, and I'll have the finger chart appear on the screen too as I go here. So 1st finger on the 1st fret of the E string, and then 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. Okay, so this note here is an F because that's the 1st fret of the E string. F, okay. And then this one up here is an A because it's the 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the G string. A whole step above G is A. So you have F and A, and that combined with our open strings makes an F chord. One more time. So 1st finger, 1st fret of the E string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the G string. That's an F chord. And you can actually, this looks like I'm running out of battery or something. You can actually use those 2 chords to go back and forth. It's a lot of fun if you do a C7, go to an F. You can just do steady strums. You don't have to do the strumming pattern I'm doing, although we'll learn those. Just C7 and F, just going back and forth like that. Or you can go C, the other one we did. C and F go together. Okay, they're kind of like second cousins. All right. Okay, so that's it for now, and we'll be back with some more chords and some more technique. But just practice those exercises, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.